5 years ago, I was working out of an office in downtown Atlanta, and I was having a pretty good time of it. This is me, camera in hand, walking down historic Peachtree Street, happy as a clam. I'm a bit of an Atlanta history buff, and for me it was thrilling to spend my days on Peachtree Street surrounded by so many places and things that appear in videos that I have been making for a number of years for the Supporter Report and for my YouTube channel, Stories of Atlanta. But as you well know, 5 years ago was when the COVID pandemic swept across the world and everything changed. It seemed to happen almost overnight. Stores, schools, churches, and so many things we count on when we are in need just weren't available. Atlanta was closed. And no doubt there is much to discuss about how we attempted to lessen the effects of a deadly pandemic on our communities, but this will not be the place to have that discussion. Instead, I thought we would take a look back at our shared experience and see what we all saw 5 years ago this month during the COVID pandemic of 2020. Is there anything any better than the feeling of freedom that comes with driving? Hands on the wheel, wind in your hair, foot on the accelerator, and nothing but open road as far as you can see. No, I'm just kidding. This is Atlanta. That's not going to happen. And yet, in 2020, that is exactly what did happen. I know because I spent the first 3 months of the shutdown driving the relatively empty roads of Metro Atlanta. For the most part, it was a speed limit ride anywhere I went. I'm sure the truckers, classified as essential workers, found getting in and around Atlanta much more to their liking. Highway convenience notwithstanding, let's not forget that Atlanta's empty streets were the results of actions that we took to fight a dangerous and sadly deadly respiratory virus. Since the discovery of the COVID virus in Georgia 5 years ago, there have been over 2,400,000 confirmed cases in our state. Over 36,000 Georgians have lost their lives to complications from the virus. As I drove around Metro Atlanta in those days immediately following the start of the pandemic, it was obvious that everything in our lives had been affected by this situation. Social distancing was the order of the day as people tried to maintain some semblance of a normal life, but it was challenging. Some stores tried limiting the number of people they let inside. The rest were obligated to stand in line and wait their turn. Some restaurants, like this Douglasville eatery, managed to do a brisk business offering a drive-up service. Drive up your car and we'll bring out your food. The Creatives Project found a unique solution to having an art show while maintaining social distancing. They found a big old parking lot in East Atlanta and staged a drive-through art exhibit, Culture from the Comfort of Your Car. But it was a visit to Atlanta's airport that opened my eyes to the economic realities of life under COVID. The first obvious revelation, it's hard to sell tickets when your planes aren't flying. The International Air Transport Association estimates that U.S. airlines lost a combined $175 billion in 2020, 10 times greater than any pre-pandemic loss. As the weeks of self-isolation stretched into months, it was becoming more and more apparent that there would be no quick COVID fix. The imperative that I felt to capture images for posterity no longer seemed so pressing. Driving across Metro Atlanta had led me to the realization that what I was seeing in the rearview mirror was what we call normal. The one undeniable lesson to take from this experience is that we are all connected, literally through the air we breathe. And if ever there was a time to work together, surely a life-threatening global pandemic would be somewhere at the top of the list. Yet instead of a triumphant display of human resilience, we turned a crisis into a battlefield of political bickering, questioning not just science, but even basic common sense. Thankfully, world-changing pandemics are rare, but history does suggest that another global crisis will test us again, begging the question, are we more prepared to meet the challenge today than we were 5 years ago?